So it's been about 40 hours since my hair transplant. Still seems a bit surreal. I never thought I'd actually go through with it since it's been a long time coming. Yeah, it went really well. I'll explain everything I went through and what I've got for obviously aftercare. But as you can see, I had the front just filled in because it went back slightly, so just to bring it slightly forward. And then obviously at the back, the crown, you should be able to see that, I've had the crown filled in as well, and obviously the back, the sides are where they've actually done the punctured holes. It went well. I had a phone call the following day just to say, check up, everything was okay. They said from what had happened, the grafts had gone in really well. No particular pain within the 40 hours afterwards. Was given a shed load of paracetamol. I've taken them here and there, just more of precaution, but I haven't really felt much. The odd twinge here and there. So yeah, so that's aftercare with them. I'd also been given these, probably not pronouncing it right, prednisolone, which is basically steroids. You take 7 for the first 3 days in the morning with breakfast, then 5, then 2. It's more precautionary, even though if your own hair's been transplanted, there's still a chance they can be rejected. So you get given these just as a precaution, really. But as you can see, they seem to have taken quite well. Obviously, the redness, the dried blood, but it seems to me at the moment that they've taken quite well. Every hour for the first couple of days, you're just basically given like a saline solution. So you just spray a bunch of times on where the hair has been transplanted. It just keeps it clean. And you also get just some swabs, because obviously with the first few days the dried blood runs down, just to swab it away. Same on the top, same just round the back as well, to keep it clean, really, because obviously they're still open wounds. It takes up to 2 weeks for them to be fully grafted into the head, so as much as you can do. Also, sleeping, you don't want any pressure on your head, so you're basically kind of sleeping in not an upright position, but I got a good neck pillow. I've got some like surgical clean like tape to like padding to go around it, because obviously the dry blood in the head still a little bit here and there, but it's not as uncomfortable as you think. We've got a nice sofa, so kind of horizontal-ish with just slightly sat neck pillow, but no problems really sleeping. So I'll do this. They say 2 weeks, but that's more precautionary, so I'll do it for a week, see how I feel. If I feel I can put my head down, I will. If not, I'll carry on doing it. It's just been a couple of days. I just had a quick shower, but just from the neck down. Tomorrow I'll have I will clean the head. So they give you from that place. It's just like an aqua sponge, and basically it's just Baby Johnson's bath oil, shampoo, cleaner, whatever you want to call it. So you just spray a little bit on this, foam it up under the water. You don't dab it, you just basically squeeze all the rinse onto it and then just lightly wash it away. Not with a pressure shower or anything, because again, they're still setting in. So it's just to clean them away. So that's pretty much all. That's all the aftercare stuff. So my actual procedure itself went smoothly as it could do. I was there from about 9 o'clock in the morning. The first hour was just generally chatting, double checking everything that was going through, what they were going to do, how much they were going to do, forms, obviously, things like that. Then it was taken up into the actual surgery area where it would be done. You have to have your blood pressure done. Unfortunately, I suffer from a case of white coat syndrome, which is basically whenever you have your blood pressure done, your blood pressure spikes. It's an anomaly, nothing I can really do. I had it checked out a year or so ago. I had to have like a 24-hour one, which worked out. I was allowed like 118, which is normal. But the first time they did it, it was 176. Obviously, there was a bit surprised by that. They did it again. It went to 188. Obviously, if that's normal blood pressure, I should be in the hospital. But it's this white coat syndrome. Nothing much to do. So they give me a sort of like a sedative pill to bring it down. Got it down to about 144, and they were more than happy. So yeah, so the procedure started about 10:30. Shaved my head. It's weird because I've actually got a longer beard than I have hair, and I've never shaved my hair, so it's kind of weird, but I do like the feel of it. The fiance doesn't. She can't wait for the hair to grow back. So yeah, procedure started about 10:30. Shaved the head. Actually going back to the blood pressure, they actually shaved my head, did the blood pressure really high, and then they were saying we might not be able to do this. It's like, in hindsight, maybe not shave my head first, but it all worked out in the end. So yeah, so then the doctor proceeded to basically start punching all the holes in. Obviously before that he obviously anaesthetic, local anaesthetic. Didn't really feel it when he was putting it in the sides, felt it on the back, a bit more of a twinge, a bit more of a sharp pain, nothing unbearable, but if you are a bit thingy with needles, as I'm sure it'll bit more wary, but nothing to be concerned about. Constantly asking, are you okay? It's not too painful, this. Obviously if there was, they would give you a breather, but it's just best just to plough through it, and then once that's done, you don't feel anything. It's really strange because when I was laid on the back of my head, once it had all been done, and they were inserting the top parts, it felt like I was wearing a helmet. My head was on the pillow, but it didn't feel like it was on the pillow. What's that? Someone's flashing, but that's alright. Yeah, so once it was the local anaesthetic was in, he then started punching the holes. There was a surgeon lady who was then pulling out all the grafts, handing it to another lady who was then, two of them who were then separating it into the hair sizes. So there comes in, mine came in 1s, 2s and 3s. I had a good percentage of both. Ended up with about, I think it was about 1,200, 2,200 grafts altogether, which seemed to be more than enough. I wasn't quite sure how much they'd fill on the top, but they said it got quite a good coverage in the end. So obviously until it grows through, not going to know 100%. But yeah, so the morning consisted of them pulling all these out. It took until about 2:30, which was probably a bit longer than expected. Some of the grafts were a bit harder to pull out, which is just, it depends on the head that you have. I had an hour for lunch, and then after lunch it was a matter of plugging them in. So there was 3 girls, the surgeon came back in, he made all the incisions in the head and in the top of the head, and then the 3 girls was working on, so they did a layer of 1s, which was right along the front. They filled the rest in with 2 hair follicles, maybe a couple of 3s. And then the top was pretty much all 3s, and then whatever they had left over from the front. So all in all, it was a good procedure. Again, like I said, can't believe I've actually had it done. It's kind of weird. Excited to see how it grows through, to finally have hair in a hairline that grows out together instead of it growing at the front and then these bits not really growing, from what I saw before, or what I could see before. But yeah, all in all, happy, really happy with it. Glad I went through it in the end. And yeah, and it's just a matter of waiting and seeing it come through. Doing best I can, not doing anything for the next couple of weeks. Just literally sitting around, watching TV, watching Netflix, doing some writing, whatever. Yeah, we're back. When I feel like there's something worth saying, I'll come back and then do it again. So yeah.